screaming at me right now saying, no, don't do it, don't do it. Hey everyone, and welcome to my little pottery mold adventure. My name is Amber, and today I wanted to do something that reminded me of Valentine's Day. February is a lot of things. I also celebrate my birthday in February, but Valentine's Day is always the first thing I think about when I think about February. And so I wanted to get something that I could kind of dive in and think about that theme as I created for this project. So I grabbed this little vase. I think that it is so cute. I absolutely love the shape of it. So I got it all cleaned and poured so that I could get to work on the idea that I have for this. I'm so excited about it. The next day, I opened up this little vase. I let it sit for 24 hours before I got to play with the idea that I had. And so I was so anxious to get into the studio and get to work. So I got it all opened and oh my goodness, it's just as cute as I imagined. You know, sometimes you don't know what they're going to turn out like when you look at a mold, and sometimes it's just exactly what you hope for. And that was definitely the case with this. So immediately I started to think about the idea of a love potion bottle. So I've had this idea going in my head for quite a while, and I've actually been working on a full collection for the idea of love potion. So be on the lookout for that. It's coming next week, but this is one of the projects that is in that collection. And so you're kind of getting to see the first little look at me diving into something and just creating an entire theme around it. So this is going to be a little love potion vase. And so using that other mold that I just showed, I poured a couple different labels to give myself some options and let those harden while I cleaned up the vase. So while I'm letting that mold harden up, I decided to do a little bit of hand building on this second vase. So what I'm going to be doing is putting little tiny hearts all over this vase. I really wanted to start working with clay a little bit more with my hands. It's my favorite way to do any kind of pottery is to do hand building. And so I've just been itching to add hand building pieces to my pottery. So that is exactly what we're doing. So I am just using some slip and a little hand-built heart that I just sculpted with my hands, and then I'm pushing it in to create a little dent. And I was really hoping that this would be something that would be an added effect whenever the glaze comes on and it's just kind of settling into those little dips on there. So I decided to cover the entire vase like this, and it was just so fun, so relaxing, and so fun to be thinking about Valentine's Day. So for Valentine's Day, I always give my kids books. It's just kind of been our thing. Of course, they get a box of chocolates as well, or some sort of sweet treat, but I always buy them a new book, and it's just become our Valentine's Day tradition. And so I think sometimes creating those little traditions helps create tiny holidays like Valentine's Day that sometimes people, don't really love or don't even celebrate. It just kind of makes the day a little bit extra special. And we usually have pancakes for breakfast. So I'm definitely going to have to put one of these vases out at the table while we're eating. Back to the pottery. I decided to add some little details with my dot tool around the hearts just to add a little bit of extra texture. And then on the bottom, I did do a little bit of carving just to add my own little touch to it. It's something I'm trying this year, adding my own touches to my pottery molds. I decided to add this specific kind of sunburst detail to the bottom because this is actually what I do to all of the pots that I throw on the wheel. I always add this little sunburst pattern on the bottom. And I don't really know where I got it from. I just tried it one day and I really liked it. So I thought it was about time I added it to one of the molds. About an hour after these had been sitting, they were ready to be pulled off and used for labels. So I just lifted them gently using my dot tool and set that mold aside. So I wanted to figure out which one I liked more, the rectangle or the oval. So I just kind of laid them both on there gently to see which one I liked, and the oval was the winner. I think that the shape of it just truly mimicked the shape of the heart, and so it looked perfect on there. And instead of just writing love potion, I decided to write love and be loved. I kind of feel like it was almost a potion within itself, as if that was what the potion would bring to you. I just got that all smoothed off with my sponge and set it aside along with the second one, which I actually did put love potion on. So here they are out of their bisque fire. Once it was time to glaze, I knew right away I wanted to try some sort of checkerboard effect. However, I am using high fire glazes here instead of low fire glazes like I normally do. And so this one right here is a stroke and coat, which can be low fire or high fire, but I'm going to be mixing in some Mako stoneware glaze in the other little checkered spots. And so this project, it took a lot of turns, to be honest, because at first I was just thinking checkerboard, because I love the quilt look. I love anything that looks like a quilt, and I do think that it is something that I hope to kind of make somewhat of a signature of mine, putting little quilts on my work like I did for my little pumpkin house. If you haven't seen that one, I love that one. So once the first one was all glazed, I decided to use this Himalayan salt color and just completely cover this entire vase with it. I really love the picture on the bottle of the Himalayan salt. It looks like it's going to be so cute, white and creamy with little specks of pink Himalayan salt. Let's just say it doesn't look like that. So that's a little bit of a spoiler, but stay tuned to the end. You're going to want to see the reveal. But I went ahead and put some of this rose quartz color on the hearts and dipped the rim in there, just to hopefully add some little cute drips down the side. So that was what I did. I was trying to go for a little bit more of a traditional pottery look on the vase with the hearts. And then I decided to put the Himalayan salt all over my checkerboard. I know you're screaming at me right now saying, no, don't do it. But I did it. So I just envisioned this creamy white mixing with these other colors and just kind of dulling it down, making it this very soft pastel-y checkerboard. And yeah, you're just gonna, So here it is before the glaze fire. I did do some black lettering on the words so that hopefully it would look like a little handwritten note that was put on the bottle. And then I popped them into the kiln for their glaze fire. Needless to say, these did not turn out how I envisioned. However, they both have lots of good features to them. I think this Himalayan salt did something very weird in the kiln, and it looked very yellow and very runny and streaky, and it just wasn't giving me an overall good vibe, and it was not at all what I was envisioning. Now, with the second one, with the checkerboard underneath of that, there are a lot of other colors shining through, brighter, more cheerful, Valentine's-y colors. So let me know what you guys think about these. I'm definitely going to be making more of these vases in the future. They're so beautiful, and I really hope you had fun hanging out with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!